Hi everyone. We will be taking off roadworks today, and I'll be able to show you how to take off roadworks. Then in my next video, I'll show you the whole process of coming up with a bill of quantities for roadworks. So we shall start with the first step, which is taking off. Then we shall go to the next step, which is working up. You should remember that taking off involves just measurements. Then we shall go to working up, where we'll do the squaring, the abstracting, and the billing. So by the end of this takeoff and the whole process, we shall come up with a bill of quantities for roadworks. And this shall be happening both using the CESMM, that is the civil engineering standard method of measurement for, together with, I'll do another video where I'll show you how to do taking off using the standard methods of measurements. Maybe if you're using a different method of measurements, you can let me know so that I can be able to show you how to do a bill of quantities using your method of measurement. So welcome so much. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe. If you haven't turned on your notification bell, kindly turn it on, because we'll be bringing you a very long series of videos that will teach you how to be a professional quantity surveyor. Especially for those who are studying quantity survey, we got you. We want you to find it so easy to revise for your exams, to gain those concepts that you never gained in class, or maybe they bypassed you, and also to revise. All right, so we will get to today's video. So on the screen, you can be able to see a drawing. It's a roadworks drawing. The drawing number for the drawing is drawing number 2. Then we can be able to see the section of the road DD, and we can also be able to see the plan. This is the proposed plan. Okay, if you look at the plan, we can see when we are doing the road works, we can see we will be planting grass here. We can see the dimensions of the plots. They are 79,000 meters. We can see that we shall have a driveway over here. We can see that this is the proposed parking. This is to 25 millimeters diameter concrete pipe to be removed. So this one shall be under site clearance. We shall be able to remove this to 25 millimeters diameter concrete pipe. All right. Then we can see that here we have the metal post and wire fence, 1900 millimeters high. So here we shall be able to install a metal post and wire fence, 1900 millimeters high. Then we can be able to see that on this side we shall be able to install the chain link fence with concrete posts 2.3 meters high. Okay, then we can see the dimensions from here to here where we shall plant the grass is 15,000. Here to here up to the end of the parking is 58,000. Then there's 7,500 here. You have to look at these dimensions because we will be needing them when you're taking off. So here to here it's 5,000. The width of the parking is 15,000. We have 9,000. This is from here until the end of the bell mouth. You see here we have a bell mouth there, this curve here. All right, so we can see that the radius of the bell mouth is 9 meters, and that is what you can see here. Then from here up to the end is 50,000. Okay, from here up to the entrance it is 60,000. Then we have the 5,500, that is the width of the proposed driveway. Then we have the width of the grass where we shall plant the grass is 15,000. We can see here we have masonry building 5 meters high to be demolished. Then we have 1500 millimeters diameter tree to be cut. This one is to be cut. We shall install a new euphorbia wedge here. We shall plant it. Then we have curbs and the channel. The channel is on this side. Then we can see the curbs are also along the roads where we shall do the road works. So we have the curbs here. Then we have all here, everywhere here we have the curbs. Then, but the channel is only on this side. You see the channel, if you look at our section, it's where the water is draining to. It's where we have the channel. This side we do not have the channel, but here we have a curb and we have a curb. We have an edging and we have an edging behind the curb. So we are always required to study drawings, so that whenever you study drawings, that is when you shall be able to understand all the details that you need to take off. Because when we are taking off, we usually take the details from the drawings together with the specifications. But on this case, we only have the drawings, so that is where we shall be getting all the details that we need to take off from. So let us study the section. If you see the section, we have section DD. On our drawing, this is the section here. So we can see that from the edge of this edging is 75 millimeters. Then we have 125 millimeters, that is the width of the curb. Then it extends by 100. All right, so that is the dimensions you can see here. Then we are shown for 50 millimeters maram filling. The maram filling exceeds up to here. Then we have the 200 millimeters thick hardcore. This is the hardcore. Then here we have 40 millimeters thick bitumen macadam. Alright, this is the channel. It measures to 125 by 100 millimeters PCC channel. This is the camp, which measures 125 by 250 millimeters PCC curb. And this is the edging, which is 75 millimeters concrete edging. So, and this is the round level. Alright, so there we have been able to study the section for the roadworks, and now we want to do the taking off for the roadworks. So we say that whenever we are doing taking off for such a drawing, we are asked to use the civil engineering standard method of measurement. I'll be able to show you my standard civil engineering method of measurements. It's here. I have just printed it, but they are original copies. I also have an original copies, but for this video, I'll be using this printed copy of the civil engineering method of measurements. You see? If you see the civil engineering method of measurements, we have done previous videos that explains to you the sections that are there in the civil engineering method of measurement. So maybe you can check up those videos if you haven't, so that you can be able to understand everything that a civil engineering method of measurement has and how you should use it. But for this video, we'll be going straight into using the civil engineering standard method of measurement. Remember that whenever we are doing takeoff for civil engineering works, we always have to consult the CESMM4. Everything, every description, we have to get it from our CESMM. All right. So whenever we are doing takeoff, also we always need to use a dimension paper, like the one you can see on my on the screen. So this is the dimension paper. It has 3 sets of columns, then a big column, 3 sets of columns, then a big column. One thing that you have to note, that a dimension paper has to be an A4 paper. It cannot be any other size. It has to be an A4 paper. Remember, this is the traditional method of taking off. For a student, make sure you're taking off on an A4. Otherwise, your work may not even be marked. So it has to be an A4. Then once you have drawn these columns, now you can begin taking off. All right. So we say that whenever you start taking off, you should be able to write the title of the drawing that you'll be taking off. You always begin with the title. And now like for this case, you can start with saying we'll be taking off external works, or we can just write roadworks. You see, in most cases, this one is usually called external works, or in some terms, it will be called roadworks. So you'll say taking off roadworks, then you'll have to state the drawing number. For this one is drawing number 2. All right. So you will say taking off roadworks, drawing number 2. All right. So there are marks awarded for stating the topic, then stating the drawing number. So the first step that we do whenever we are taking off, we will start with coming up with a taking off list. All right, so we will begin by coming up with a taking off list, and we shall write our take off list or taking off list. You can just underline. Then we will start with the first one, the first item that we do when we get to site. For this case, we have seen that in the drawing, we have been told there is masonry building 5 meters high to be demolished. Then for the whole site, we will need to clear the site because we haven't been told that the site is cleared. So we will need to clear the site. Then we have been told that there are trees to be cut, like 1200 millimeters diameter tree to be cut. This one is a tree to be cut. There is a 600 millimeters diameter tree to be cut. We can see stumps to be removed. Then we have to see to demolish this building. We have a pipeline to be removed. All right. So when we're doing our takeoff list, first of all, we'll start with demolitions and site clearance. Demolitions and site clearance. Then you can state that the demolition and site clearance, we will get it from which class. You see, when we are using CESMM, you should come to the CESMM section 8, where we have the work classification, and you will check demolition and site clearance. It is in class D. That is where we'll be getting all the references. So we shall state that demolition and site clearance, we will be getting it from class D. All right, then it will involve, first of all, we will do site clearance. Under demolition and site clearance, we will do site clearance. Then number 2, it will involve the trees. We will cut down the trees. Number 3, we will remove the stumps. Okay, then number 4, we will demolish the buildings. You'll just write in short. The take off list is to remind you as you take off to make sure that you leave nothing having not been taken off. Then we have number E, we have to remove the pipelines. All right, then we will go to item number 2, where we will do the earthworks. If you come to the CESMM again, as earthworks, you will get it from, you see, in CESMM, you'll get earthwork, and our classification is class E. Earthwork, that is where we shall be able to refer. So you write that we shall refer about earthworks in class E. All right, then you will do under earthworks. What do you expect to do? Under earthwork, we will do the general excavation. Okay, after removing the topsoil, we need to do the general excavation, where we shall remove all that soil until we get to the level where we need to do the construction for the roads. And also, you see, like these roads, you see, we have been given the sections. We need to get to the level where we need to get to the reduced level. So we shall do the general excavation. Then the next one we shall do after, and whenever we remove the soil, we shall do excavation auxiliaries. We shall refer from the point where we do excavation auxiliaries, which is excavation auxiliaries involves the removal of the soil, then maybe compacting the soil in readiness for construction. Then in the next part that we shall use from the CESMM, it's the filling. We shall do filling, maybe using hardcore or rocks. Then after filling, we always do filling auxiliaries. Filling auxiliaries involves maybe the compaction. Maybe we have auxiliaries. We can just write it in short. Everything that we'll do after the filling. Then finally, under section E, we shall conclude with the landscaping. Whenever we are doing the takeoff list, we are referring from the CESMM. All right. So if you come to the CESMM, like in class D, how have we been able to come up with that list? Because it is in class D. Let's check in class D. This is my CESMM. I had marked the page. So in CESMM, we have been told in demolition and site clearance, it involves demolition and removal of natural, artificial articles, objects, obstructions which are above the original surface. All right. Under CESMM, you can see there is site clearance, there is trees, there's stumps, there's demolitions of buildings, there's pipelines. That is the order that we have used to do the checklist. All right. So if we come to class E, let's go to class E. Class E, you will see we have earthworks. All right. If you come to earthworks, you will see that there's excavation by dredging, excavation by cutting, excavation for foundations. That is what we have. We have general excavations. So after general excavation, here we do not have foundations because it's not we are just doing general excavation of the site. So we shall start with general excavation. Then the next one that appears under class A is the excavation auxiliaries. This one involves trimming of excavated surfaces, preparation of excavated surfaces, disposal of excavated materials, double handling of materials, you see. Then after that, we shall come to the next part, which is part 6, which is filling. We just let them in order. So if we under filling, we can do filling to structures, to embankment, general filling, to stated depth. Then under the same class E, we have the filling auxiliaries. All right. So under filling auxiliaries, we have trimming of field surfaces, preparation of field surfaces. Then the last part of class E is the landscaping. Under landscaping, we can see there is tiring, we have hydraulic mulch, grass sanding, you see. So we finish with landscaping. That is how we come up with a takeoff list. So let us continue doing our takeoff list. After earthworks, we will go to roads and pavings. Roads and pavings. All right. Number 3, we shall go to roads and pavings. Roads and pavings, where will we be able to get roads and pavings? Under CESMM, look at CESMM. Under CESMM, we shall get roads and pavings in class R. You see, under class R, we have roads and pavings, page 74. So that is where we shall get roads and pavings. So here, we shall be able to write R. Then under roads and pavings, what shall be there? Number 1, we shall have the bitumen bound pavement. Bitumen bound pavement. We can see there is bitumen that we have seen here. Bitumen here. Then the next one, we shall do the curbs. The curbs. We shall do the curbs. Number C, we shall do the channels. We shall take off the channels. Then we shall do the auxiliaries. Auxiliaries. So let's check from the CESMM and see in class R how we have been able to organize those items. So R comes under QRS. You see, it's organized in alphabetical. Okay, Q, R. After class Q, there is R. So under class R, we have let's bring it closer so that you can be able to see. Okay, under class R, we can be able to see that we usually start with the unbowed sand base, then the cement and hydraulic bound pavements. The first one that we have in our drawing is the bituminous bound pavements. That is why we have started with it. Then after the bituminous bound pavements, that is what we have written, we will come to the next one. We shall go through the items checking what and what we have. So we have after that we have the concrete pavements. Then we have the joints to concrete pavements. We do not have that. We have the curbs. We have the channels. That one we have. We have the edges. That one we do not have. You see, now for us here, we shall take the curbs and the channels. Then we'll come to the auxiliaries. Auxiliaries, they include the traffic signs and the surface markings. All right. So we shall do it under surface markings. We shall do the continuous lines on the roads. All right. Okay, that is good. So that one we are done with. That's part of taking the take off list for the roads. So we shall go to the other part of taking off for writing the checklist, and the other one is the miscellaneous work. Okay, so allow me to. So, the last item that we shall write in our checklist is the miscellaneous work. The miscellaneous work. And that one is classified under X. Class X. In the it is classified under class X in the CESMM. You see, in CESMM we have miscellaneous work. So what is there in miscellaneous work? There it is. We shall take off one, the fences. The fences shall be taken off from there. Then two, the gates. So you can refer from your CESMM so that you can confirm that those items are taken off from class X, which is miscellaneous work. So now we want to begin our taking off. After doing our checklist, you see we are done with the checklist now. Now we want to go straight to starting to take off. And when we are starting to take off, we will start with our first item, which is demolitions and site clearance. And we shall start with site clearance. So we will begin with doing the site clearance. So we shall write demolitions we get it from class D, then we underline. We can write we are doing site clearance. Under site clearance, we shall consider the length and the width, right? So the length, we shall come to a drawing. The length, we can see there is 15,000. We have 5,500, 60,000. So we will write all of them. Okay. So will be 15,000. There is 5,500 and there is 60,000. So we shall get 8,500. For the width, we have the full dimensions of the width here, 79,000. So you need to underline this one so that you can make your work neat. So it shall be 79,000. So to make it more visible, you can do a double line under it. All right. Then now that we have the dimensions of the site, we can now be able to book it. So we shall come. We shall start with the length, which is 80.50 in meters. Then the width is 79.00. All right. Then we usually underline. Then we write site clearance. Site clearance. You see the description, you should get it from the CESMM. So we are going to get the description from the CESMM class D. So we shall go to class D in CESMM. This is the CESMM. We shall open class D. I want to show you step by step so that once you start doing your own takeoff, it can be so easy for you. So, and we are under the heading was demolition and site clearance. The subheading is site clearance. Then when you are writing the description, you can start with first division, then second, then third. You see here it's site clearance. We are doing general clearance. We do not have anything in the third division. So you shall write site clearance, general clearance. All right. So we shall write site clearance, and this is general clearance. Then you should write a code. When you are doing a code, we always code from, we start with the class. The class is class D. First division 1, second division 1. In that division there is nothing, so it will be 0. So it shall be D110. All right. Yes. So for that one we shall write the code is D110. Remember, we shall use this code when we are transferring them to the bill of quantity. So it is nice that you write the correct code. So, and in CESMM, you have to quote the code. It's not optional. You have to quote the code. So, we shall go to the next item, which is, we are done with site clearance here. Now we shall go to the trees. So, we shall go to the trees. In the drawing, we have different sizes of trees. Like this one is 1200 millimeters diameter tree to be cut. There is 600 millimeters diameter tree to be cut. All right. So let us check in the CESMM. What do they say about trees? Okay. You see, there are trees. They say that trees should be measured in girth. If the girth is 500 millimeters to 2 meters, they are measured separately with exceeding 2 meters. What is girth? Girth is the circumference. So we need to find the circumference of the trees so that we can be able to know under which classification do they lie. So we shall go back to our drawing and we shall check the girth of our first tree. The smaller tree is 600 millimeters diameter. So we shall find the girth for tree 1. So we shall write girth 1. And girth 1 will be equal to pi d. Pi times diameter is 600. So the answer is, if you do it in your calculator, is 1886. All right. So is 18, we come, okay, let's go to, we can just find girth 2 also so that you can be able to classify them. Girth 2, the tree is 1200 millimeters diameter. So the circumference will be 22 over 7 times 1200. Here we shall be able to get, if you do it on your calculator, you'll get 3771. All right. So this is the answer for girth 2. This is the answer for girth 1. Then we go back to the CESMM. What does the CESMM state? The same states that if the girth is 500 millimeters to 2 meters, it is different from that one which exceeds 2 meters. What are the girths that you have got? Girth 1 is 1886. 1886, does it lie within 500 millimeters to 2 meters? Of course, it lies here. What about girth 2? Girth 2, we can see it is 3771. Where does it lie? This one is above 2 meters. Okay, so these two trees will be in different classes. All right, so when we are booking them, we will start with, we shall write the description. Also, we have to get it from the CESMM. So when you are writing the description, you shall write trees girth 500 millimeters to 2 meters for the first one. Then we write the code. Then we go to the next one, trees girth exceeding 2 meters. Then we write the code. So let's do that. So we shall write, here we shall write trees girth, the first one, 500 millimeters to 2 meters. Then the code we shall write class. The class is D. The class is D, just as you can see, class D 210. All right. Okay. So it shall be D 210. All right. So the trees, how many trees did we count? It was 1 tree. It was 1 tree. And because even the other tree for guard 2 was one tree, if you found it from the drawing, it is only one tree. You see, for the 600 is this one. The others are stumps. This is the tree, and this one is the tree. So one may represent both. All right. So we shall just add an ampersand here and say, one also will represent trees, girth exceeding 2 meters. All right. Then the code shall be, you go to the CESMM again. So it shall be class D220. All right. Okay. So it shall be D220. All right. So this one should represent both. All right. So let's go now to the stamps. Stamps. We shall write a subheading. Stamps. What does the SMM say about taking off the stamps? The SMM states that we take the SMM and we shall read under class D, where we have the stamps. In stamps, we are told that diameter should be where the diameter is less than 1 meter or exceeding 1 meter. All right. So we need to calculate we shall use the diameter to determine how to classify the stamps, whether they are less than 1 meter or whether they are 1 meter. So they shall be separate if they are different. So if we go to our drawing, we can see 600 millimeters diameter stamp to be removed. So it's the stamp that is 600 millimeters that needs to be removed. So, and there are two stamps, right? So here we shall, because they are both less than 1 meter, they shall be written as we write the description, just get it from the CESMM. And we shall say stamps diameter less than 1 meter. The code, it is D310. Okay, so we shall write stamps diameter, you just write that, less than 1 meter. Okay, so it shall be D310. How many stamps did we have? There are 2 stamps. You can write just 2 stamps, or you can just write 2 times 1 stamp. All right. So, after we are done with the stamps, you see, we are done with the trees, we have done with the stamps. Now we go to the buildings, demolition of the buildings. So, how many buildings do we have? If you go to the drawing, only have one drawing, one building, masonry building 5 meters high to be demolished. All right. So, we shall go to the SMM. Let us see what the SMM states about buildings. It states that buildings, and you see it's under demolition. The class is written demolition and site clearance. Now we are under buildings. Buildings, whatever material it is, shall be demolished in terms of volume. If the volume is not exceeding 50 meters cubed, it is measured separately. 50 to 100 meters cubed separately. 100 to 250 meters cubed separately. 250 to 500 meters cubed separately. 500, you see? So it is in terms of volume. So we need to calculate the volume of our building. So here we shall write buildings. Now, in buildings, we just need to calculate the volume of our building. We have been told that it's a masonry building 5 meters high. So, volume is equals to length times width times height. The length of the building, if you look at it, it's 20 meters, right? Then the width is 8 meters. Then the height is 5 meters. All right. So it shall be 20 times 8 times 5, which is 160 times 5. You can use your calculator, and that will give us 800. 800 meter cubed. All right, what did the CESMM state? The CESMM told us, how do we classify this? 800 shall be between 500 to 1000. So when we are coming to write, the description shall be buildings. What's our material of building? Let's go to, we have been told it's masonry building. So for masonry is here. So buildings, masonry, 500 to 1000 meters cubed. All right. So that is what we shall write. So we shall write, and it is measured in. You see, from the CESMM, it is shown here. The unit of measurement, it is sum. All right. If the sums it had been shown, it's number. The trees number. So, for the building, we shall write. We shall measure it as a sum. A precise sum shall be given. So, for the unit of measurement here, we shall write. The building shall be measured as sum, and you underline here it is buildings. It is a masonry building. You can just write masonry. Then the other part is volume, 500 to 1000 meter cubed. Then for the code, it shall be class D, class D 4, 3, 5. Okay, class D4, 3, 5. So it shall be D4, 3, 5. That is the code. All right. Okay. So now we shall conclude with the pipelines. All right. Once we are done, when you are doing the CESMM, whenever we are done with each page, what do? We always write the page number. The page number, you write the drawing number stroke page 1. This one is drawing number stroke page 2. All right. So we shall go to another page. So we shall take another dimension paper. Then we shall come and begin here to write the pipelines. All right. So we shall write pipelines. We are now on pipelines. And remember, we are still using the take-off list. So we are done with the site clearance, done with the trees, done with the stumps, done with the buildings. Now we are on pipelines. So what does the CESMM says about pipelines? So we always have to consult the CESMM. So what does it state? It says that for pipelines, we have to check the nominal bore. It's measured in meters, but the nominal bore should be classified between 100 to 300, 300 to 500, exceeding 500. So we will ask ourselves, for our drawing, what does the drawing state about the pipelines? It states that the pipelines, it's 225 millimeters diameter concrete pipes to be removed. Okay, so it is 225. 225 lies between 100 and 300. So, we shall write the description: pipelines, nominal bore 100 to 300. Remember, in the system, we copy as it is. All right. So we shall write pipelines, nominal bore, it's 100 to 300 millimeters. All right. So the coding, it is class D 610. So it is class D 610. This one, the pipelines, the length of the pipe, it's from here up to here. How do we calculate that length? We'll take 58,000 plus 7,500. We get 65,500. So that is what will come in right here. It is 65,500. All right. Yes, so now we are done with the pipelines. So if we go to our take off list, we shall see that we are already done with the demolition and site clearance because we have done already all the items. So the next item we shall continue with is the earthworks. So we shall come here and write earthworks, earthworks. And what class will we use? Consult the CESMM, and we saw that it is class E. So when we are starting to do earthworks, we will begin with the removal of topsoil. You see, the topsoil is the one that holds the vegetation because we have cleared the site. Maybe we have removed glass, we have removed debris. Now we need to remove the topsoil. But if you look at the drawing, we have not been given details about the topsoil. Can you see any details about the topsoil? No, we do not have any details. So because we have to make assumptions, we cannot just make assumptions. We will do what we call a query sheet. All right. So we will do a query sheet. So we will write a query sheet. In a query sheet, we usually write a question on one side, then answer on the other side. Then we draw two columns. It's a column. Then, because we do not have information about the topsoil, what will we do? We shall ask a question. What is the average depth for topsoil? And we shall write, what is the average depth of topsoil? We are asking the architect. Then we will write our own answer, then use it for takeoff. Because if in case it is not the correct answer, the architect should write back to the quantity surveyor. Then we go to question number 2. We shall ask, is the grass to be planted? To be, you see, we have already been told that there's glass planting, but we haven't been told at what level plant the grass or the type of grass. So we shall ask, is the grass to be planted to be, is the grass to be planted to be other seeding on red soil? Other seeding on red soil. Then we just write an answer, yes. All right, so we shall use those details when we are taking off. All right, so when we are taking off, we will begin with the general excavations, and here we will start by calculating the areas where we shall do the general excavation. All right, so let's start general excavation. So we shall begin by calculating the depth. We shall begin with calculating the depth. You see, in excavation, we shall use what? The section. All right? So we shall use the section. The section will guide us in the excavation. So what is the depth? We shall begin. This is the ground level. The level here, up here, it's the ground level. So if we want to know the depth we shall excavate, we shall take first the length of this curb to be 250. Then we have the concrete bed here. The concrete bed here, we are told it's 100. So we shall take 250. Let's just write. So we can see the height of the curb is 250. Then we have the concrete bend, which is 100. All right, then we have the maram filling. This maram filling, you see, it is 450 from here up to here. But now we have taken the curb to be 250. This is 100. So here we have some distance that we need to deduct because 100 is from here up to here. So we shall assume half of this is it's up to here. So we shall take 250 plus 100 plus 450 from here up to here. But for 450, we can deduct 50. So that from here to here, it can be 400. So we can write maram filling will be 450 minus 50. So we can just write 450. We add to get, if we add these, we shall get 800. Then we can less. Let's just say that. Let's say a half of concrete bend, which is 50. All right. So if we take 800 less 50, we shall get 750. All right. So the depth from here up to bottom here is 750. Remember, we had already in case this is 750 from the ground level to here, but we have purpose to do first of all the removal of topsoil, then the other one separately. Why are we doing that? It is because in the CESMM, if we look at class E of the CESMM, class E of CESMM, you can see in class E we are told, even if we are doing general excavation, topsoil should be measured separately from materials other than topsoil, rock, and artificial hard materials. They should be measured separately. So we shall deduct for topsoil, then we shall remain with the other one to get to the reduced level. So what shall we do? We shall get, to get to the bottom is 750. So we shall less topsoil, because topsoil should be measured separately. And topsoil, we said that we shall do 150. So it will be 600. So 600 to the reduced level, but 150 for the topsoil. All right. That one, we have been able to calculate the depth for excavation, for the general excavation. Now let's go to finding the dimensions of the parking, dimensions of the driveways. You see here we will need this excavation to get up to the reduced level. So let us find their dimensions. So if we come to the parking, parking is here. You see parking, we have from here up to here and from here up to here. Let us find the dimensions for the parking. So we shall come to, we say the parking. For the parking, we want to know the length and the width of the parking. All right. So for the length of the parking, what shall it be? We shall start with, let's start with the length. Let's start with the length of the parking. So for the length of the parking, we can see from here up to here is 58,000. So we shall write for the parking, the length is 58,000. Then we shall add, you see 58,000 is from inside here. You see when we are measuring the road, we usually measure from inside here up to inside here. But you see, actually, when we are measuring the road, we usually measure inside the curb to inside the curb. So when we want to measure the total length, where we shall do the excavation from here up to here, we shall take, we shall add the edging, we shall plus the curb. All right. So for 58,000, we shall come add the curb and the edging. The curb is 125 wide. The edge is 75. So we shall add the curb and edging. The curb and edging. The curb and edging is 125 plus 75. So it shall be 2 times 200, which is 400. So the total width, the total length of the parking shall be 58,400. All right. Then we shall come to the width of the parking. When we are measuring, we shall take the width. The width of the parking. The width of the parking, it shall be, if you come to the parking, from here up to here is 15,000. All right. If it's 15,000, you'll just write width 15,000. Then we shall add For the curb and the edging too, it shall be 400, because remember, when we are excavating, we need to excavate from here up to here. All right, so 15,400. So for the parking, we already for the parking we already have the length 58,400, and the width now we have got it as 15,400. So we shall go to the other parts, which is, we can go now to the driveways. All right, so let's go to the driveways. For the driveways now, when you are taking off for the driveways, you see, I want to hold this corner of this page because it's folding, and maybe you'll not be able to see what. That's it. Let us hold it there. So for the driveways, we start with the length of the driveways. For the length of the driveways is here. The length is from here up to here. So what will be that dimension? It shall be 50,000 plus 9 plus 15, or 79,000. Then we deduct 5,000. 79,000 minus 5,000, it is 74,000. All right. So for the driveway, the length shall be from here up to here. That one is, no, we cannot measure up to here because this is the parking. So the driveway will get up to here, right? Yes. So it shall be from here up to here because we are measuring the areas. What will be that? 50,000 plus 9,000. So it shall be, we shall write 50,000, then 9,000. It shall be 59,000. All right? All right. So if it is 59,000, let's go to the width of the driveway. The width of the driveway shall be, we have 5,500. The width of the driveway, we have 5,500. Then we shall add 2 times 200, 400. So it shall be 5,900. All right. Okay. So the length of the driveway is 59,000. Then the width is 5,900. So now we have the dimensions for the general excavation. Then the other area that we need to get the dimension for is the grassed area. You see this grassed area, we shall remove the topsoil. Because after doing class, you see, we asked ourselves here, is the grass to be planted to be either seeding on red soil? On red soil is at the reduced level. So we shall remove the topsoil first because maybe we do not need that soil. All right. So for the grassed area, we need to find the dimensions, the grassed area. And it shall be, the grassed area, we have 15,000 and 79,000. But you see, for the 15,000, it includes the curbs and the edging. So for the width, it shall be, we shall take the 15,000, then we shall less the curbs and edging on one side. That is times 1. So it is 200. All right. So it shall be 14,800. That is the width. For the length of the grassed area, we know it is 79,000. All right. That one we know because we can see it. So now I think we are already done with finding the dimensions. What we now need to do is to book the dimensions so that we can be able to take off, because taking off includes the booking. All right. Okay. So now we shall go to we shall write we want to excavate the topsoil, and as we do the topsoil, remember we have to consult from the CESMM. All right, so we want to do general excavation, and we will start with topsoil. And if topsoil is 150, so it will lie on maximum depth not exceeding 0.25 meters. So the description shall be general excavation topsoil, maximum depth not exceeding 0.25 meters. The code shall be class E.2.1.1. All right. Then after removal of topsoil, we need to dispose it away. So we shall go combining the excavation together with the excavation auxiliaries. All right. So first of all, let us book the excavation. So when you are booking the excavation, the general excavation, we have seen that the description shall be general excavation topsoil, maximum depth not exceeding 0.25 meters, and you have seen that the code is E411. All right, so for the general excavation, we need to book all the dimensions. The dimensions, we can start with the driveways. All right, so for the driveways, we can see that what was the length for the driveways that we saw. The driveways, the length was 59,900. The width was 59,900. So it shall be, for the driveway, we take 59,000. The width 5.90. That one is for the driveway. No, what we need to do, you see, when you make a mistake, you should write nil. But in mine, I have already cancelled. Do not do that mistake. We want to see how it should measure. Should it be measured in terms of area or volume? A general excavation, we have been told it's measured in volume. So we have to state the depth. All right. So what was the depth of the topsoil? The depth of this topsoil was 0.15. All right, so that's where that we have to write the length, the width, and the depth. Okay, so it shall be like that. All right, the length, the width, and the depth. Then we shall go to, after driveways, we shall go to the next one, which is the parking. We want to take off the parking. The parking, the length is 58.4. The width is 15.4. 15.4. So we shall take it will be 58.40. The width is 15.40. Then, because we are measuring in volume, the topsoil is 0.15. That one is for the driveways. All right. Then we will go to the, you see, driveway is from here up to here, around here. But you see, for the driveway, remember that there is this additional area that we have not accounted for. You see, we have measured up to here. We have measured up to here and up to here. There's this additional area that we have not accounted for here. We need to account for it. And this shape, it's usually called a bell mouth. How do you find the area of the bell mouth? We shall take 3/14 r squared. All right. So how we shall book it? It shall be, still for the bell mouth, it shall be 3/14. We multiply by r, the radius. The radius, as we had got it here, the radius is 9 meters by 9 meters because it's radius squared. So it shall be 9 and 9 again. Then the topsoil 0.15. All right. All right. So that one is for the driveway. So the driveway, we have been able to get all this area plus this area. Then the parking, all this area. Then we have the topsoil for the where we shall plant the grassed area. We need to book it too. All right, so to book that one, the grassed area, we saw that the length is 79.00 and the width is 14.80. So we shall write 79.00 and the width is 14.80. Then the topsoil is 0.15. We have booked the area. So those are the measurements for the 4 areas that we will need to do: general excavation topsoil, maximum depth not exceeding 0.25 meters, and this was the code. Then all this soil that we excavate, we need to dispose it away. So how do we dispose it away? That is where we will come to the excavation auxiliaries. Okay, so we shall come to the excavation auxiliaries. You see, in excavation auxiliaries, we have disposal of excavated material and we have topsoil. And we have been told disposal of excavated material is measured in meter cubed. So the same dimensions for the volume of topsoil shall be the one for the excavation auxiliaries. So how shall we write the description for the disposal of that excavated material, that is topsoil? We shall write excavation auxiliaries, disposal of excavated material, topsoil. What will be the code? It shall be E.2.1.1. All right, so write as light. And because these dimensions they are showing for both, so we shall write, we can add an ampersand and just write excavation auxiliaries, in short, disposal of excavated material, topsoil. You have just to copy as it is. The much you can do is just write them in short form. So E531. So all these dimensions stands for both. So we need to bracket because there are so many dimensions. So we need to bracket the work here so that we can see from where up to where. So it shall be from here, from up here up to down here. All these dimensions stands for general excavation topsoil, maximum depth not exceeding 0.25 meters. This is the code. And excavation auxiliaries, disposal of excavated materials, topsoil, and this is the code. All right. Now we shall go to the next part, which is general excavation materials other than topsoil. You see, we said that in every page we have to write the page number. So which page number is this one? For this one it was 2, drawing 2, page 3. This one is drawing 2, page 4. All right, before we go to the next booking dimension, the next dimension paper. All right, so now we shall do general excavation materials. We are done with topsoil, and remember we have to get everything from the CESMM. So we shall go to still in class E. We are still in excavation, and whenever we excavate we have to dispose the soil. So we shall go to general excavation, now not for the topsoil but for the material other than topsoil, rock or artificial hard material. Maximum depth. What was the depth that we need to excavate? We need to refer from our calculation. The depth was 600 after removing the topsoil. All right, so we shall remove the all these soils. We shall reduce the level for the driveways and for the parking area. The description shall be general excavation material other than topsoil, rock, and artificial hard material. Then in division 3, it shall be maximum depth 0.5 to 1 meter. All right, and the code shall be E423. Let us write. Copying from the CESMM. we are copying from the CESMM. Always remember that in CESMM, we always copy the description. We do not come up with our own description. We always copy them. All right. So we shall write general excavation material other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard material. Maximum depth 0.5 to 1 meters. All right, the code we have said it is E.2.1.1. This one you are only copying from the system. Then let us do book the dimensions for the driveways and the parking. Okay, if we start with the driveways, we shall take the length of the driveways. It is 559 meters. The width is 5.9. Then the depth is 0.6 to the reduced level. So we shall start 59.00, then 5.90. Okay, then depth 0.60. All right, that is for the driveway. Let's go for the parking. The parking shall be 58.4. That is the length. The width shall be 15.4. 58.4, then 15.4. 58.40, 15.40. Then the depth shall be 0.60. Remember that we will do the takeoff, then we'll do the squaring, we shall do the abstracting for this example, then we shall do a bill of quantities. So keep tuned. And if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe even as we continue, because you want us to do more content for you. All right, thanks you so much for subscribing. God bless you. So let us continue. When we have done that, we have taken for the driveway up to here, the parking up to here. So for the bell mouth, what is the the reduced level that we shall do? To find the area of bell mouth, we usually take 3/14 stroke. The radius is 9. The radius is 9 because it's r squared. Then the depth of excavation for the bell mouth, the depth of excavation for the bell mouth, it shall be 0.60. All right, yeah. So after you have done this, we want now to you see this volume of soil that you have excavated, you will need to dispose it away. How do we measure the disposal away? We usually come to the CESMM, then we go to the excavation and list. Excavation and list. Disposal of excavated material. It's measured in meter cubed. Material other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard material. Then that is the code E532. All right, let's write that. The same volume that it's here, you'll just write an ampersand. So it will be excavation and list. Disposal of excavated material other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard material. This one is E532. All right, E532. So for this one, you'll just come and bracket, because these dimensions stand for both descriptions. So you'll bracket. It shall be all these descriptions, they are for these dimensions. Then after we are done with reducing the level, we need to prepare the surfaces so that we can come and do the hardcore. So of compacting the surfaces, we will need to compact the parking and the driveway. All right. So what we shall do, it is you see, excavation auxiliaries usually include the disposal of excavated material, and also there is we have timber support. We have preparation of excavated surfaces. That one is the one that you want. So it's still under excavation auxiliaries. So we shall write detail because it's excavation auxiliaries, but it will be but to preparation of excavated surfaces. All right, and it is measured in meters squared. So preparation of excavated surfaces, and because it is for materials other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard materials. Now, if we write detail, it will be standing for that one already. All right, but the code we shall write E522. All right, so we shall write here detail meaning excavation ancillaries for disposal of excavated material other than topsoil now it is detail, but not disposal, but preparation. That's why you write but preparation of excavated surfaces. Then the code shall be E522. Then the dimensions, you'll take the dimension of the driveway, which is 59.00, the width 5.90, because it is in meters squared. Then you'll go to the parking. For the parking, it shall be 58.40 and 15.40. That is the area. Then we'll take the area for the bell mouth, which is 3/14, 9.00, 9.00. All right. Yes. So after that, all these dimensions are standing for, you see, all these dimensions stand for preparation of excavated surfaces. All right. Good. So we will continue to filling. We are already done with the excavation of topsoil, excavation to reduce the level, and also preparation of those surfaces. So we'll continue to filling. So in filling, what shall we fill? We shall be filling the driveways. No, filling, yes, we shall be filling both the driveways, the parking, and also the grass area. Because remember, we cannot plant grass on reduced level, as in we need topsoil to plant grass. So, but for the grass that we are planting, the topsoil, we had already removed the existing one. We need to import the topsoil. Maybe that soil that it's fertile enough, it has manure, or it is well taken care of, so that it can be able to grow our grass. So first of all, we can do the filling where we need the imported topsoil. And where do we need the topsoil? It's where we have the grass area, you see, and we already have the dimensions for the grass area. So here we have the grass area. The width is 14.80. The length is 79.00. So we'll start with the grass area. We shall take the length. It is 79.00. Then the width is 14.80. Then let us fill it with another topsoil, imported topsoil. And because where we determine that we do it in volume, You see, I have written in volume. You have to get it from the CESMM. And you will go to class E, the next part, which is under subsection 6. You know, here 6, we have the filling. And in filling, we shall say it is filling to stated depth or thickness, right? Because it is not to structures like the retaining wall, not to embankment or general filling, it is to stated depth or thickness. Now, to stated depth of thickness, we usually measure it in meters squared. So, if it is in meters squared, you will measure it in meters squared. So, we shall do to excavated topsoil and no, imported topsoil, right? Yes. So, imported topsoil. We will now proceed to filling. Filling shall be done where we have the roads, where we have the driveway, the parking. And remember here we did the excavation. We removed the topsoil, then we imported topsoil. So when we are doing the filling, we shall do filling with imported topsoil here in the where we have the grass planting. Then we will do filling using imported material other than topsoil and rock for the driveway and the parking. You know, the maram filling is not topsoil and it is not rock. So here, these are parts that we will be doing using the maram filling. This material in the system, it's called the material other than topsoil or rock. So for the filling, we usually calculate it in terms of volume. We said that everything should be got from the CESMM. So we will go to a CESMM so that we can be able to see what does the CESMM state about filling. And in class A, in the CESMM, in class A, where we have the filling, which can see we have filling. This will be general filling. General filling because it's of excavated, imported topsoil. It is just general filling, imported topsoil. All right. So the description shall be filling. It is general. So we can write general imported soil, imported topsoil. So we can write. Remember that we did a query sheet and we asked ourselves what is the depth of the topsoil, and we decided that the topsoil should be 150 millimeters thick. So we shall state it. All right. So instead of general, we can just state the the depth of the topsoil. So we shall write filling 150 millimeters thick, imported. Remember, we can always use short forms when we are writing these descriptions, but you should always get the description from the CESMM. So the code should be E3, okay, E632. All right, so it shall be E632. 3 2. All right, so we shall go to the next one, which is you see we have filled where we have the grass planting with imported topsoil. But now we have to come to the roads where we have the driveway and the parking. We do filling, we're using the maram filling. We do the maram filling. Then we do the hardcore filling. You see, both are filling. So when we shall be filling using maram and hardcore, we want to know how do we calculate the volume that we shall use. Right? So we shall go back to our CESMM. Our CESMM says that filling, this is general filling still, using imported material. You see, it's imported because maram and the rock hardcore were not here. So it is imported material other than topsoil or rock. So it shall be filling general. Then we shall check here which one is that one. Imported natural material other than topsoil or rock. It is 5. All right. So because it is imported, so we shall write our description as that: filling general, imported natural material other than topsoil or rock. Then the code shall be E635. So let's write that one. It shall be the measurements. Let us do the measurements, or we can just start with the description, then we can continue with the measurements. So the description shall be filling general, imported material other than, and it is imported natural material other than topsoil or rock. Then the code shall be E634. It's 5. All right. So we want to get now the measurements that we shall use. All right. So what is the measurements that we shall do for the driveway? Then we come to the parking, remembering to consider the bell mouth. We start with the driveway. For the driveway, we had seen that in our previous calculation, which we had done. You see, we had seen that driveway is, the length is 59,000, the width is 5,900. You see, for the driveway, we can actually get it from the drawing. This is our drawing. So for the driveway, we can see it's from here up to here. That is 59,000, right? Then the width of the driveway is 5,500. We add 400 for the curb and channel, 200 for the curb and channel this side, 200 for this side. So it shall be 5,900. So we can just write for the driveway, the measurements shall be, we shall start with 59. Then 5.9. Then the depth for the maram, it is 0.45. All right, 0.45. All right, so we go to the next item. The next item shall be, you have to leave space here so that you can write the answer here. Okay, now we go to the parking. The parking starts from here up to here. It's 58,000. So it shall be 58 plus. Remember, you need to add the curb and channel, this side and this side. So it shall be 58.40. 58.40. Then the width shall be 15,000 plus 400, 200. So it shall be 15.40. Then the depth of the maram shall be 0.45. All right. Yes. So let's go to the other part, the bell mouth now. This bell mouth, how do we find the area? The area for the bell mouth, we usually use 3/14. We multiply by the radius squared. Then we multiply by the depth of 0.45. The radius shall be, you get it from this drawing here. So it shall be 9.00, 9.00. Then the depth shall remain to be 0.45. All right. So all these dimensions shall be showing the maram that shall be filled. So because there are 3 items, we need to bracket. So you should draw a bracket to show that this description includes all these 3 measurements. Then now we shall continue to going to fill using imported rock. That one was filling using maram. Maram started from here up to here. That's why we have taken, like if it's 5,900, 5,500, you add 200, 200 this side. You see, 200 was from 125 for the curb, 75 for the edging. All right. So now we will go to filling using general imported rock. Now, for the general imported rock, that one is filling using hardcore. You see, hardcore is from here inside the curb to inside the curb. All right. So for the width of the driveways and the parking, they will change because for the driveway, for the hardcore, it's not like for the maram. The maram was starting from outside here to outside here. But for the hardcore, it's starting from inside the curb to inside the curb. All right. Actually, it should be up to inside this channel, but we will consider up to here so that it's before uniformity. Here and here. Then the thickness of the hardcore shall be 200. So when we are measuring for the hardcore, let us get the description from the CESMM about the hardcore. So it shall be on filling, okay, filling, it is general filling using imported rock. That one is that one. So it shall be E637. And the description, filling general imported rock. So we shall write the description first. So for the description, it shall be filling. You can use short forms, general imported rock. Then the code shall be E637. For the measurements, we shall start with the driveways. The driveways are from here up to here, it's 5,900. So it shall be 59.00. The width shall be 55.5 because we do not include the curbs and the channel. So it shall be 59. 5.5. Then the depth of the imported rock is 200. So it shall be 0.20. All right. So then we go to the other one for the parking. From here to here, it's 58,000. Then this one, it is 15,000. So we shall start with 58. Then we go to 15. Then we go to the depth is 0.20. And that one we shall have got for the parking. Then we go to this bell mouth here. The bell mouth, we always start with 3/14. We multiply by the radius 9.00, 9.00, then a depth of 0.20. All right. So once we're done with that, all these measurements represent filling general imported rock. How we have decided that we should measure it in volume, we have got it from the CESMM. How do you get it? You go to CESMM, then you say filling. It is filling. General filling, imported rock. All general fillings are measured using meter cubed. That is why we took volume. All right. Okay. So now we want to show that all these dimensions represent this description. So what we do, we introduce a bracket. We do bracketing. All right. So we shall do bracketing. All right. So now we shall continue to filling auxiliaries. After we have filled, after filling, we need to compact. we need to trim the surface. You see what the CESMM states. If you go to the CESMM, to the rules, if you check the rules here where we have the measurement rules column, it states that trimming of field surfaces shall be measured to surfaces which are to receive no permanent works. No permanent works include the landscaping, because we will not be doing any construction. We should do trimming. It should be done where for surfaces which are to receive no permanent works, whether trimming is expressly required or not. Either we are told to do trimming, or if we are not told to do trimming, we have to measure for trimming where permanent works do not appear. And permanent works include places where that we are doing landscaping, because nothing is being constructed there. Then the preparation of surfaces shall be measured to surfaces which are to receive permanent works, whether preparation is expressly required or not. All right. So, which or not, except surfaces which are to receive filling or landscaping, and surfaces which formwork is measured. So, we will do first trimming to areas where we do not, where we have done landscaping. Then we shall do preparation of field surfaces in other areas where we shall have the driveways and the parking. So let us start with filling auxiliaries. So we'll start with writing a subheading: filling auxiliaries. All right, we can use short form. So we shall write filling. You see, we need to get the description from the system. We do not guess our own descriptions. So whenever we are doing filling, we shall auxiliaries, we'll go to filling auxiliaries. Filling auxiliaries, trimming of field surfaces. Then we shall go to topsoil. All right. Filling auxiliaries, trimming of field surfaces, topsoil. We'll start with that one because we are trimming and it is measured in meters squared. We shall find the area. All right. Okay. So filling auxiliaries, trimming of excavated surfaces, topsoil. Actually, this one is field surfaces from the CESMM. It's field surfaces. All right. Yeah, you write field surfaces. Then the coding. The coding, it should be class E.2.1.1. All right. So we shall write that code. It shall be E711. All right. So what is the area that we shall be doing the landscaping, so that we can consider it? So it shall be 79,000 by 15,000. After we have deducted 200 for the cabs and channel, shall mean 14,800. So 79,000 by 14,800. So we shall write here 79,000. Then we shall multiply by 14,800. So if we multiply that, we shall find the area where we need to do the filling. All right. Then we shall go to the next filling auxiliaries for preparation of field surfaces using materials other than which are not topsoil. So we shall come still to the CESMM. We come to filling auxiliaries, preparation of field surfaces. All right. Then materials other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard materials. You see, when we are doing filling auxiliaries, it involves the compaction of the field area. So we shall take all that area, then we shall just find the area. You know, we are told that it is found in meters squared. This one we will assume we are compacting the maram, and we shall be assuming we shall be compacting the imported rock, that is the hardcore. So we shall write the description as filling auxiliaries, preparation of field surfaces, materials other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard material. Then for the maram shall be separated from the hardcore. But the areas we shall just do a an estimation and say that it shall be done within the curbs. You see, the road is usually measured inside the curb to inside the curb. So that area of the road is where we shall take and say that that is where filling auxiliaries shall be done. So let us write our description. Filling auxiliaries, preparation of filled surfaces, materials other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard material. Then we do the other one. We shall write just ditto, but for rock. All right. Okay, let's write that one. So it shall be, the next one shall be filling auxiliaries, preparation of filled surfaces, materials other than topsoil, rock, or artificial hard material. The code is E.2.1.1. Then you will add ampersand ditto but imported, but for rock actually it's, or you can just write imported rock, but actually it's just rock, because if you look at the SESMM, it states it's for rock. All right. Okay, so if we write that, the coding for the rock shall be E723. E723. And this one was, let's get for the preparation of the surface, E722. All right. So you should note the codes. It shall be, this one, it's not 1, it is E722. And this one shall be E723. All right. Okay, so let us measure those areas. From here, for the driveway, from here up to here, it is 59 meters. So it shall be 59 meters. The width shall be inside the curbs. So it shall be 5.5. 5.50. Then we shall go to the next one. Parking. From here up to 858. 58. From here up to here it's 15. 15. Then we shall go to the bell mouth. The bell mouth, to calculate the area, we always take 3/14. Then we multiply by 9, the radius, by 9. All right, we have already found the area. All right, because we take 3/14 r squared. Right. So this one, because we have more than one dimensions, we will do bracketing. All right. So we shall do bracketing here to show that all these dimensions stand for these descriptions here. All right. So remember, we do bracketing whenever the dimensions are more than 1, to show that they are representing these descriptions here. Oh, sorry. The bracketing was to get up to here. So here we need to do some whiteout. We did not need to go up there. So here we shall do whiteout. Let me cancel it for now, but it is, you know that it is illegal to cancel. So it is starts up to here. These 3 represents that. So we should go to the next item, which is landscaping. Now that we are done with filling, we should go to the next item, still under class E, which is landscaping. We want to take off landscaping. So we shall write landscaping. All right. Under landscaping, let us see what we have. We only have grass planting. grass planting. Then we can see that we are told that there are new mahogany trees that shall be planted. You know, landscaping involves the plants that shall be done. So we are not told the size of the mahogany tree. We are just told that there are new mahogany trees to be planted, which we do not know the size. We are told the grass will be planted, but we are not told the type of grass to be planted. We are told that there will be a hedge, a new euphorbia hedge. But we are not told the height of the hedge or how it will be planted. So because we do not have all these details and we'll be needing them in the descriptions, what should we do? We always come up with a query sheet. All right, so a query sheet is usually used by a quantity surveyor for all those details that are not clear in the drawings or the query of the specifications, so that he can write a question, answer it, then use the answer that he has used to take off. In case there'll be any discrepancy, then it can be changed. But that one is normally it is usually given to the architect so that he can authorize whether the assumptions done by the QS are right. So let's continue. From the query sheet, we write question, then in this column we shall have the answer. So we shall divide it and do our query sheet here. So the first question we shall need to do is we shall tell them kindly confirm the type of grass to be planted. Kindly confirm the type of grass to be planted. Then our answer, we shall say that let the type of grass be other grass seeding. So it will be an assumption that we shall make other grass seeding. Number 2, the question number 2. What is the size of the mahogany tree? What is the size of the mahogany tree? The size of the mahogany tree, let us just do an assumption. Answer number 2 is 1 meter height. All right. Okay, so we will go to the next page. All right, remember that we are naming our pages, and the page that we had until there was page 4. So this one is 2.5 and 2.6. Drawing number 2, page number 5. Drawing number 2, page number 6. Then we will continue in a new page. All right, so our query sheet is not yet done, so we shall continue with our query sheet. So for our query sheet, we shall continue in another page, and for this one, now we shall do the query sheet. We can write here query sheet continued. All right, yeah, so here we shall have our question and we shall have our answer. So question number 3, it shall be, what is the size and spacing of the hedge? What is the size and spacing of the hedge? Then we shall just write 500 millimeters high and 150 millimeters center to center. This is answer number 3. All right, then we are done with our query sheet. So let us now take off the landscaping. Whenever we are taking off the descriptions, we always get them from the CESMM. All right, so we shall start landscaping. We want to first of all to take off the grass. So landscaping, we do other grass seeding. All right, because that is the type of grass that we have done in the query sheet that we should use, and it should be measured in meters squared. So we'll find the total area for doing the landscaping, for the planting of the grass. Okay, so for the area, it shall be all this area 79 79 by 14,800, because remember we have to deduct the curbs. All right, so it shall be 79, then this one shall be 1480 in meters squared. Then we shall write landscaping other grass seeding. All right, then the code we get it from the CESMM. Do not guess anything. So it shall be, landscaping is under class E, so it shall be E830, because there is nothing here. So we shall come and write it. So it is E830. All right, so let us go to the mahogany trees. We are told there are new mahogany trees, and we have agreed here in the query sheet that for the mahogany trees, we have said that for the mahogany trees, the size shall be 1 meter high. So to get the description, we will still come back to the CESMM, and we shall say it shall be landscaping mahogany trees. You see it's under trees, but here now, because it's trees, we shall write mahogany trees, because we are told stated species and size. So we shall write mahogany trees 1 meter high. All right, and we should count the number of the trees. So how many trees do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 new trees. So it shall be 4 times 1. All right, so we shall write landscaping was here, so we can just write ditto. It is landscaping still. Mahogany trees 1 meter high. Remember, ditto says just is the one above, so it shall be E860. By now you have already known how to get the coding from the CESMM. So we will conclude with the hedges. And landscaping, we had the grass, the trees, and the hedges. So we shall write, let us state hedges as a subheading. Then, because we need to calculate the length of this hedge, okay? And the length of the hedge, we can see from here up to here, it's 60,000. So if it is 60,000 and we need to deduct this curb and channel, all right? The curb and the channel, it's the edging and the curb. The channel is usually measured inside the road, because the road usually measured inside the curb to inside the curb. So this 60,000, it includes the curb and the edging. So we need to deduct these two. And we said that the curb is 125, the edging is 75. So 125 plus 75, 200. So we shall do less the curb and edging as above, 200. So we shall get 59,800. So the hedge shall be 59,800. Let us see from the CESMM how we should calculate. We should take off the hedge. You see, under landscaping, we are told under landscaping hedges, we should state the species, size, and spacing. All right, then we are told that we should either do them in single row or double row. So we should state which one we want to do. So we are told to measure it in linear meters. So we shall just measure the length of the hedge. So for the hedge, it shall be 59.80. Right? So 59.80, let us get the description from the CESMM. It shall be landscaping. So we shall write ditto, because we have been using landscaping. So it is ditto. Hedges, ditto. Hedges. Which type of hedge? It's the euphorbia hedge. You see, here we have the euphorbia hedge. Ditto, euphorbia hedge. What is the, we are told to state the the species is euphorbia head. Size and spacing. What is the size of the hedge and the spacing? That one you shall get it from the query sheet. Then you shall say double row. Then the coding shall be E8. E is the class. 8, 7. We can use double row 2. E87 2. So let's write that description. So we shall write, it shall be ditto, euphorbia hedge, 500. You see, we just wrote it here. All right, 500 millimeters high and 150 millimeters center to center. So what you do when you're taking off, once you realize that there are details that you don't have, actually how you know the details you don't have, you will just first refer from the CESMM. Like if you had referred from the CESMM, you should have realized that in hedges we usually state the species, the size, and the spacing. Then you realize that in the drawing we do not have all these details. Then you do the query sheet, because you do the query sheet before you start taking off. So it should be ditto euphorbia hedge, 500 millimeters high. Then, and it is 150 millimeters center to center. 150. As we plant it, it shall be 150 millimeters center to center. Then it should be double row. All right. So it shall be E8, 7, 2. You should always write the code. All right. So now we are done with the landscaping. We should continue to the bitumen pavement. You see, the roads and the pavings, we had not placed the bitumen. We had not, you remember we are using our checklist. Let us go to the checklist and see how far we are. In Earthworks, we did the general excavation, we did the excavation auxiliaries, we did the filling auxiliaries. Now we are under landscaping. All right, so the landscaping we have already done. Now we are going to the second last part, which is the roads and pavings, which we shall be referring to class R. All right, so we shall introduce and say we are under roads and paving, class R. All right. Then we shall start with the bitumen bound pavement. Let us calculate, take off the bitumen. You see, the last layer we shall lay on the roads is the bitumen. So we shall write bitumen pavement. All right. So for the bitumen pavement, how do we take off? We still come to our CESMM. Our CESMM is our Bible, our reference. We cannot do taking off without CESMM. So QR under class R. Under class R, we have all these pavements. All right. Okay. So the roads and the pavement, you can be able to see the heading of our class. Then we have the bitumen bound pavements. The bitumen bound pavements. Now we want to take off the bitumen. So what shall we use? All right. So we want to do the bitumen bound pavements. We will choose which one we shall do here, because we haven't, as much as it hasn't been given to us, we know that for this type of road, because you see, a road that has the bitumen as the last layer, usually it's normally hot rolled, right? Yes, so we shall use the hot rolled asphalt surface, like the one that we have tarmac. The tarmac roads, they're usually bitumen bound pavements. Then they are hot rolled asphalt surface course and binder course, and it's measured in meter squared. All right, so everywhere that we have the bitumen, we shall measure the area. All right, and the area shall be measured as the width is between the curbs, inside the curb to inside the curb. Then we take the length. So we shall find the description first. It shall be bitumen bound pavement, hot rolled asphalt surface course and binder course. The code shall be class R450. Let us write that. So it shall be, this one is the subheading, bitumen pavements. So it shall be bitumen bound pavements, hot rolls, asphalt, surface, coarse, and binder coarse. Then the coding shall be R450. How we find the areas? We shall take the total area of the driveways. All right, we shall start from up here. From here up to here, 59 meters. So for the driveway shall be 59. The width of driveway shall be 5.5. Let's go to parking. From here to here, 58. 58. The width shall be 15,000, just as it is, because we do not consider the curbs here. Then we shall take for the bell mouth, which is this part here. It shall be 3/14, radius squared 9. All right. And because we have 3 dimensions, we shall do bracketing to show that all those dimensions are referring to this description here. All right, then we have, by that we are done with the bitumen. So we shall go to the next part. If we go to the checklist, our checklist should guide us. So we are done with bitumen bound pavement. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you should subscribe so that we can continue making these videos, which are very detailed for you. So we shall go to the curbs. The curbs, we want to take them off. Where do we get our reference? Our reference is always in the CESMM, and our reference, we shall still be under class R, but in the next page, that is where we shall be able to get the curbs. Here you can see the curbs. We shall take off the channels from here, the edging footways, paved areas. Now we are on the curbs. So the curbs, they are precast concrete curbs, you see. Then what shape are they? Are they straight or curved to radius exceeding 12 meters? Curved to radius, they are not curved, they are not quadrats, they are not drops, they are straight. So the reference shall be the code class R711. All right. The description shall be curbs, PCC curbs. PCC is precast concrete. PCC curbs straight. All right. So let's write that. So it shall be let us go to the next page here. It shall be curbs, PCC curbs straight. Then our coding shall be R711. All right. So the dimensions that we shall use, you see the curbs, the curbs are everywhere, from here to here to here to here, all this area. All right. So let us start with from here up to here, the curbs. You see 79 minus 5,000. From here up to here, it's 74. So 74, we shall measure 74. You can see that this line is not very visible. Let us make it visible. We shall make it 74. The next one shall be from here up to here. It shall be 58, right? Yes. So it shall be 58. Then 58 shall be, we can take from here up to here, then from here up to here, then we shall deduct here and here. So we can take this one times 2 to represent this one. Then we take this length, then we take this length. All right. From here up to, we take this one, then we add this one, add this one and this one. Then we shall come deduct this and this. Then we add the bell mouth. All right, let us do it. So from here up to here, 74. Then from here up to here, it's 58 meters. So it shall be 58. Then we multiply by 2 to represent the other side. Let me show you how you go doing deductions. Then we shall take the other one, shall be, after taking that one from here up to here, shall be 15, right? So we shall write 15. Then we shall take from here up to here. It shall be 50. You see, we have 50 there. So with that one, we have 50. All right. Then this one we have written is this one, and because there are so many dimensions, we bracket. Once we bracket, now we shall deduct. We shall deduct ditto, those things that are unnecessary. So we shall come to deduct ditto. Deduct ditto. We shall deduct this length from here up to here. That length is 9. Then we shall deduct from here up to here. Then we shall take off the bell mouth separately. So from here up to here is 9 meters. Then from here to here is 5.5. So we can just write 9, then 5.5. All right. So after that, you see these two dimensions, they represent what we should deduct. Those two dimensions. So now we want to take off these curves that are here. So we can just write, you see this one is a curved road. So that's why we did not take it, it continuously. Because if you come to the CESMM, for the straight road, it should not be taken off together with the curved one. Because if you look at the curves, PCC curves straight, PCC curves curved to radius not exceeding 12 meters. So the curved area for the curves should not be taken off together with the straight area of the curves. They should be taken off separately. So for the curved area shall be curves, PCC curves curved to radius not exceeding 12 meters, because our radius is 9 meters. So let us write that one. So it shall be, we shall write curves, PCC curves curved to radius not exceeding 1.12 meters. 12 meters. Then we code class R712. R712. So when we are doing the length, this length, how do we find the circumference of a bell mouth? The circumference of a bell mouth, we shall take a half times pi times d, because it's this one is a quarter actually. This is from here up to here. We want to find this circumference here. It looks like a quarter pi d, right? Yes. So we shall take a quarter pi d. So we shall do, it shall be 1/4 times pi times diameter. The diameter is 9 meters. We shall conclude with miscellaneous work. From our checklist, the last part is miscellaneous work. Miscellaneous work from class X, and we shall start with fences. All right. So we shall go to our CESMM. Our CESMM is our guide, all right? So we shall go to class R. We shall look for miscellaneous work. Is it in class? No, class X. It is in class X. Miscellaneous work is always found in class X. X4, X mass 3. XYZ. So it's in our that last class. Okay, so now we are in class X, miscellaneous work. So in miscellaneous work, we shall take off the fences, then the gates. Okay, so for the fences, we are told in miscellaneous work there is fences. In our drawing, remember, we had two types of fences. Okay, here we had the euphorbia hedge. We have the euphorbia hedge. Then here we have the fence, mental post and wire fence, 1900 millimeters high. Then here we have the chain link fence. All these fences, we shall take them off separately. We start with the concrete posts and wire. So this one, you can see it. It is in our CESMM fences, concrete post and wire. Then in our concrete post and wire, we are told that it is 1900 millimeters high. So in that division, where does it lie? 1900 millimeters lie within the four. This one, height, it is between 1.5 to 2 meters. Right? This one, metal post and wire. It is between 1.5 to 2. But this one, chain link fence with concrete posts. This one, concrete post and wire. That one is for the chain link. The chain link is concrete post and wire. And we are told it is 2.3 meters high. So it is between 2 to 2.5. But the other one, it is this one, metal post and wires, fence 1900. We shall look for metal post and wire. This one, it is between 1.5 to 2. All right. So we shall write the first description: fences, concrete posts, and wire, 2 to 2.5 meters. All right. Then we shall, that one, it is measured in linear meters. Let us measure for that one first. For the concrete post, and as you see, for the concrete post, we are told it is this chain link. Chain link starts from here all around up to here. So we shall start for the chain link. We shall start from here up to here. It shall be this one, 7500 plus 58,000 plus 1500. That one will give us 8500. So we shall write 80.50. Then that one is that one. From here up to here, it's 7900. So it shall be 7900. Then it shall be from here up to here, shall be 15,000. So you underline, then you write 15. All right. So we shall write fences, concrete posts and wire, height 2 to 2.5 meters. All right, that one is nice, yeah, like that. So this one, it is in linear meters. All right. Okay, so after doing that, you see there are 3 dimensions, so we need to bracket to show that the 3 dimensions they show up to here. Then we shall go to the metal posts and fences. So it shall be we go to fences or ditto, metal posts and wire, a height of 1.5 to 2 meters. All right, so this one is from here up to here. What is this length? This length we shall take 5 plus 15 plus 9 plus 50. That one will give us 79,000. It is the same as this one. Alright, so this one, metal post and wire, shall give us 79,000. So it shall be 79. Alright, good. So this one we shall also underline. Then we shall conclude with the gates. With the gates. The gates, let us get from the CESMM the description. So still under class X. Let's go to the gates. Gates, we are told, you see, we are told on the drawing it's a metal gate. If you look here at the drawing, metal gates. So it's a gate, metal gate. Then we should state the height. We have not been told the height of the gate, but we can estimate using the fences that we have. For if the height of the fence is 2.3, maybe we can take a slightly shorter gate. So the gate will be approximately less than 2 meters. Okay, so we shall say it is between 1.5 to 2 meters. So we shall write gates, metal gates, 1.5 to 2 meters. It is metal gate. Oh, for the gate, you see, we are told we should calculate using the width. The width of the gate. The width of the gate is the width of the driveway. So it's 5.5 meters. So it should be exceeding 5 meters. You see? Yeah. So it shall be X227. Okay, let us write the citation for the fences. For the fences, for the concrete post, it was X1. For the concrete posts, X13 2 to 2.5. X135. For the metal post, it shall be X1 4 4 4. X1 4 4. X1 4 4. Okay, for the gates, we have seen for the description of the gates, we shall write gates. It's a metal gate with exceeding 5 meters. What is how many number of the gates? Because gates, we have been told they are measured in numbered. It's 1 gate. So this one is the end. Sorry, you see this one. This one is a mistake. So it's the end of taking off. All right. Good. So we have come to the end of taking off the roadworks. I hope everything has been to detail and it is very clear. We have been able to see how we use the CESMM to get the descriptions, how we use the CESMM to get to know what method of measurement we should use. Either we should measure in volumes or areas or linear meters, and we have been able to go through it step by step. So in our next step, we want to know how to do squaring of everything that we have done, because you remember this is the first step of doing the taking off. So for the first step, we do the taking off, then we go to the working up. The working up involves the squaring, the abstracting, and the billing. And for this example, we shall be able to go through all those steps until we do a bill of quantities for the roadworks. And this one shall be a good example for all those civil engineering works that you will be doing. So kindly keep tuned. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe. That is the support that we are requiring from you, or we are requesting from you. Then you can tell us in the comment section any other video that you would want us to do. All right. Then in case you have any question regarding this video, write it in the comment section. In case you have any compliments or any complaint regarding this video, kindly write it there. I will always value your feedback. So kindly keep tuned, and we're looking forward to seeing you watching our next videos. Thank you. Now we shall conclude with miscellaneous work. From our checklist, the last part is miscellaneous work. Miscellaneous work from class X, and we shall start with fences. All right, so we shall go to our CESMM. Our CESMM is our guide. All right, so we shall go to class R. We shall look for miscellaneous work. Is it in class? No, class X. It is in class X. Miscellaneous work is always found in class X. X for Xmas 3. XYZ. So it's in our that last class. Okay, so now we are in class X, miscellaneous work. So in miscellaneous work, we shall take off the fences, then the gates. Okay, so for the fences, we are told in miscellaneous work there is fences. In our drawing, remember, we had two types of fences. Okay, here we had the euphorbia hedge. We have the euphorbia hedge. Then here we have the fence, mental post and wire fence, 1900 millimeters high. Then here we have the chain link fence. All these fences, we shall take them off separately. We start with the concrete posts and wire. So this one, you can see it. It is in our CESMM fences, concrete post and wire. Then in our concrete post and wire, we are told that it is 1900 millimeters high. So in that division, where does it lie? 1900 millimeters lie within the four. This one, height, it is between 1.5 to 2 meters. Right? This one, metal post and wire. It is between 1.5 to 2. But this one, chain link fence with concrete posts. This one, concrete post and wire. That one is for the chain link. The chain link is concrete post and wire. And we are told it is 2.3 meters high. So it is between 2 to 2.5. But the other one, it is this one, metal post and wires, fence 1900. We shall look for metal post and wire. This one, it is between 1.5 to 2. All right, so we shall write the first description: fences, concrete posts and wire, 2 to 2.5 meters. All right, then we shall, that one, it is measured in linear meters. Let us measure for that one first. For the concrete post, and as you see, for the concrete post, we are told it is this chain link. Chain link starts from here all around up to here. So we shall start. For the chain link, we shall start from here up to here. It shall be this one, 7500 plus 58,000 plus 1500. That one will give us 8500. So we shall write 80.50. Then that one is that one. From here up to here, it's 7900. So it shall be 7900. Then it shall be from here up to here, shall be 15,000. So you underline, then you write 15. All right, so we shall write fences, concrete posts and wire, height 2 to 2.5 meters. All right, that one is nice, yeah, like that. So this one, it is in linear meters. All right, okay, so after doing that, you see there are 3 dimensions, so we need to bracket to show that the 3 dimensions they show up to here. Then we shall go to the metal posts and fences. So it shall be, we go to fences or ditto, metal posts and wire, a height of 1.5 to 2 meters. All right, so this one is from here up to here. What is this length? This length we shall take 5 plus 15 plus 9 plus 50. That one will give us 79,000. It is the same as this one. All right, so this one, metal post and wire, shall give us 79,000. So it shall be 79. All right, good. So this one we shall also underline. Then we shall conclude with the gates. With the gates. The gates, let us get from the CESMM the description. So still under class X. Let's go to the gates. Gates, we are told, you see, we are told on the drawing it's a metal gate. If you look here at the drawing, metal gates. So it's a gate, metal gate. Then we should state the height. We have not been told the height of the gate, but we can estimate using the fences that we have. For if the height of the fence is 2.3, maybe we can take a slightly shorter gate. So the gate will be approximately less than 2 meters. Okay, so we shall say it is between 1.5 to 2 meters. So we shall write gates, metal gates, 1.5 to 2 meters. It is metal gate. Oh, for the gate, you see, we are told we should calculate using the width of the gate. The width of the gate is the width of the driveway, so it's 5.5 meters. So it should be exceeding 5 meters. You see, yeah. So it shall be X227. Okay, let us write the citation for the fences. For the fences, for the concrete post, it was X1. For the concrete posts, X13 2 to 2.5. X135. For the metal post, it shall be X144. 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 Okay, for the gates, we have seen, for the description of the gates, we shall write gates. It's a metal gate with exceeding 5 meters. What is how many number of the gates? Because gates, we have been told they are measured in numbered. It's 1 gate. So this one is the end. Sorry, you see this one. This one is a mistake. So it's the end of taking off. All right. Good. So we have come to the end of taking off the roadworks. I hope everything has been to detail and it is very clear. We have been able to see how we use the CESMM to get the descriptions, how we use the CESMM to get to know what method of measurement we should use. Either we should measure in volumes or areas or linear meters, and we have been able to go through it step by step. So in our next step, we want to know how to do squaring of everything that we have done, because you remember this is the first step of doing the taking off. So for the first step, we do the taking off, then we go to the working up. The working up involves the squaring, the abstracting, and the billing. And for this example, we shall be able to go through all those steps until we do a bill of quantities for the roadworks. And this one shall be a good example for all those civil engineering works that you will be doing. So kindly keep tuned. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe. That is the support that we are requiring from you, or we are requesting from you. Then you can tell us in the comment section any other video that you would want us to do. All right. Then in case you have any question regarding this video, write it in the comment section. In case you have any compliments or any complaint regarding this video, kindly write it there. I will always value your feedback. So kindly keep tuned, and we're looking forward to seeing you watching our next videos. Thank you.